I'd heard I looked like Joseph Beuys. I'd heard I looked like various people through my life, but never Van Gogh.
Tell me, why do you say you're a painter?
Because I love painting. I have to paint. I've always been a painter, that I know.
How do you know?
Because I can't do anything else, and believe me, I've tried.
I wanted to launch in by asking you about how Julian Schnabel approached you to be in the film.
He was working on the script with Jean-Claude Carrière, and he wasn't even sure he wanted to make the movie. He just knew that he wanted to see what kind of script he could come up with. And at that point, he started talking to me about looking at material. And he just said, if there's things in the letters that interest you or there's events that interest you, make some notes and send them to us. Then a script came eventually, and I read it, and I said I liked it. And he said, would you come over to the house? And they put on a ridiculous red beard on me and took some pictures. And then about a week later, he said, I think we should do this thing together.
We have to start a revolution, do you understand? We have to create a new vision, a new way of painting.
I spent all my life alone in a room. I'd like to find a new light. The letters are really inspiring, and it was really that in combination with learning how to paint with Julian as a teacher. Those two things together really became, for me, the trigger that would allow me to inhabit this particular Vincent that we're making for this film. The biggest problem he has is he has these ecstatic moments, and he sees something that he wants to share, and that kind of falls in line with his religious upbringing and his spiritual impulse. He wants to be useful. And when he's in nature and when he's painting, he says, I'm not thinking. You get the sense that he's in the zone. He's disappeared into the greater. And then he doesn't know how to reconcile that joy, that ecstasy with everyday life. He's got such incredible social problems. He's a foreigner. He's clearly got problems with interaction with women, just socially with pretty much everyone. He's frustrated that people can't see what he sees. That's the tragedy. That's the pain.
You're a stranger here. You drink too much. You're hysterical, out of control.
I don't want to calm down. It's called the act of painting for a reason.
Leave me alone! Go away!
You're looking at these landscapes and you think, my God, he could have been standing here, because a lot of those landscapes haven't changed much from when he was painting. So when you're in those places, it's easy for you to imagine his presence. And you can't help but think, you know, those rocks that were there when he was there, you're looking at them. That becomes some sort of connection that, you know, that's a relationship to him.
Do you believe that God gave you the gift of painting to keep you in misery?
I never thought about it that way. Maybe God made me a painter for people who aren't born yet. As someone that's not used to painting, when I looked at something, I'd try to account for it. If you see a face, you want to make a reproduction of that face. And of course, Julian taught me, if you're painting, you're making a series of marks that accumulate and become something else. You look at your face, and I see right now, I see white highlights, I see almost a purple or a brown, I see red and a white highlight, I see a very dark black line there. That's what I'm painting. I'm painting what I see, not what accounts for what's there. And it's just a different way of looking.